Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I wasn't sure I was going to talk about this topic here in Brood Wisdom, so I think what I'll do, even though I'm doing a read at the end of it, I think I'll post it in both. So if you follow me in both places and you're like, ooh, she's getting senile, she's posting the same thing, I will be posting it there too. So anyway, I've always struggled with my weight, more so as I got into my 30s after my first child. But I've always been able to keep it within, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 pounds goal. As I got older, went into menopause, hysterectomy, all that stuff, all the fun stuff, it was even harder. So at one point, I went in, hold on, let me fix this before it falls. Okay. So at one point, I went on the injections, as I like to call it, the devil's juice. And it worked. I had a lot of side effects, had to come off. It was so expensive. It made no sense. Just for me, no. Okay. So unfortunately, when I find myself, I'm only speaking for myself, I find when things are a disarray in my life, like my home was in a disarray and just, kind of building this crazy, I find that's when I overeat. I mean, a lot of people go to other things, they drink, drugs, sex, gamble. I go to food. Okay. That's always been my addiction thing. And I admit it. I'm an overeater. I don't even realize I'm doing it. It's just like such a normal process. So anyway, there's a moral to this story. So I started a year ago going to a nutritionist, and she's amazing. I call her my therapist. And I've learned so much from her. And she always says to me, she goes, you could sit on this side of the desk. I go, yeah, but I don't want to. So anyway, I stopped going to her at the beginning of my renovations because I only had a few days off from my part-time job, and the only way to fit her in, it just didn't work into my schedule because I had so much stuff going on here. It just didn't fit into my schedule. But anyway, so as time's going on, as we're coming out of the summer and stuff, I'm getting bigger by the day. I'm starting to feel like the pimento and the green olive. And I'm like, well, this is crazy. And sometimes I need my handheld. That's what I need. So Friday, I had gone into really quick, just run into my hairdresser and run out. She's right down the street from my part-time job. And I had her cut my bangs. And before I got there, I had another little story. I had purchased a scale about a month ago, and it's the scale that it tells you, it lights up. So if you lost weight from the last time you weighed, it turns green. If you've stayed the same, it's blue. And if you've gained, it's purple. I would have thought they would have made it red. And a big hand comes out and smacks you. So I thought that was going to be like helpful. No, I don't even get on it. Had a little too much purple for me. So anyway, Friday comes along, and I say to myself, I'm putting on some winter stuff from last year. The sun's changing, so I know I'm getting dark. And I try on some sweaters, and I find they're not fitting the way I like them to fit. And one thing about my body shape, I'm very small on top. My weight I rarely gain here. I'm all Italian hips. I got the hips going on. And so anyway, I'm feeling like, son of a bitch. So I get on the scale. Of course, it's purple. And it's showing that I gained weight. I didn't need the scale to tell me, but it's nice to see the number because it brings you to, realization. Now, we can all go, oh, but you got to love your body and you got to do this and you got to do that. Well, look, that's all well and good. And you should love your body. I love my shape. I always have fuller hips, smaller waist, and small on top. Love my shape. Wouldn't change it for the world. But as you get older, the extra weight doesn't do you any good for health reasons. Okay. We'll talk about how I fell another time. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. like a goddamn weeble. So anyway, Friday was an eye opener for me. And I said to Spirit, which I believe, I said, help me figure this out. Like, they're not going to come down and, Spirit's not going to meal plan for you. He's not going to tell you to get on the scale. He's not going to do any of that. But he's going to put you in the right place. So I was doing a lot of, as I was getting ready for work, blow drying my hair and stuff, I'm like, please just give me a sign, like help me, put me in the right direction. Where do I need to be? Like, what do I need to do? Because this is starting to get the better of me. It really is, I mean, I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. I give in. Good thing I'm not addicted to sex. So anyway, I walk into, all the guys are going, damn it. So I walk into my hairdresser and she says to me, I'll be with you in 1 second. She goes, go sit over there. So I go sit down next to this lady. She turns around. She goes, oh my God, Denise. Guess who it is? My nutritionist. So I will be going back to her. I said to her, I got to come back to you. I got to get back on schedule. I need a little help. I am not too proud to say that I need a little bit of help. Everybody always needs a little help somewhere, somehow, And so I am going back to her. So I know that was a long story, but yeah, we'll talk about the one where I fell another day. But let's draw a card. Let's see what the cards, the Spirit is telling us. Put down the cookie. And a lot of you are going, oh, sure, Denise, start something now when the holidays are there. This is the best time because it teaches you how you can have your treats. You know what a treat is? A treat is something that you have every once in a while, not every day. I remember my pediatrician for my boys, he used to say it. He goes, don't buy cookies every week when you go to the grocery store. You go once a week to a good bakery, you buy good cookies, and that's your treat. And he was right. If you're eating it every day, it's not a treat, it's a habit. But anyway, so that's my tale of woe. Card for the day. And you're like, finally. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so stop eating, stop spending. Are you letting your job, your structure keep you away from things that you should be entertaining? So this person here, if you look at him, he's in a box, but you could see behind him there's like a party celebration going on. Now, the 4 of Pentacles has always been known as the confirmed bachelor, okay? And one thing about this card you'll notice is he has money over his heart. So are you involved with someone who's just more concerned with money than they are love? That could be. But somebody who is in this situation, whether it's you or someone else, is about to make a lifelong change. They're realizing that the party's going by. All I do is work. All I do is worry about money. I get to the point where I don't spend any, even though I'm okay if I spend a little bit. I'm not encouraging everyone to go out there and spend everything. Although my daughter said to me, do you have a spending problem? I'll kick her right out. But anyway, so is this you? Do you need to come out of that box and kind of see what's going on with the world and how it's living? Because I feel like, and oh God, the moon is always time change for me too. I feel like a lot of you could, and I'm no therapist, a lot of you could have like some seasonal depression and you feel it's better just to keep yourself isolated. You don't have to go out there and be the life of the party. Sprinkle it a little bit. Go out and socialize a little bit. You'll enjoy it. Okay? Because the less you do it, the less you'll want to do it. And then it'll get to a point where you're him or her. Don't get caught up in the gender. And the only thing that brings them joy is work. And you gotta kind of have a balance in life. You need to have both. So the moon card tells us that a lot of things are an illusion. So if you're acting like this because of a certain situation, the moon card tells you that you've made the phobia in your head, okay? It's okay to come out of the box. All right, everyone, put your comments below. Let me hear about your struggles. And everyone, have a great day.